The place where you find gold isn't in the things you know. It's in those things that you don't. How can you discover something if you already have it? Personal discovery is a journey of just that. Discovery. What we are looking for is the nuggets of gold that make us feel whole, content, and fulfilled. The journey is one of exploration, change, and discernment. Herein lies the challenge. The desire to change is often seen as a threat to our safety, and we start asking, what if questions in the wrong direction? We ask, what if I can't? Instead of, what if I can? Try an exercise where you think about doing something new and run the idea through both statements. Which one feels most possible? Henry Ford famously said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." This saying encapsulates the essence of what finding gold in them their hills looks like on a personal discovery level. So let's draw a line under that and keep it in the back of our minds for future reference. A long time ago, there was a saying that all men are good if they know what they desire. What this means is that nurturing a sense of adventure, inventiveness, and creativity are the keys to living a full and happy life. Without these, there is no growth. Without these, we are living a repetitive and unproductive life. So when it comes to learning new things, adopting new behaviors and personal identities, it's a matter of being focused on the question of what's next. The question of what's next opens the door to understanding the way forwards. It's the key to knowing the direction in which to place your attention. Thus, allowing your mind to seek solutions as to the next step is often all you need to get moving in the right direction. Place a person in the position of knowing what to do, and you have a person who is ready to take the next step. So we learn what questions to ask and how to focus our attention in the direction of a desired path. But what happens when we fear taking the next step? Let's consider how this works to sabotage our efforts and change what we can to give an alternative perspective. The pattern of the saboteur archetype is one where the nuances of moving forward have a way to keep us trapped in limited thinking. By understanding this archetype, we can assess the validity of our decisions and analyze the process by which we fear to move forward. The fear-based process is one where we can't see an outcome ahead of time, and necessarily takes us into the idea of having faith. Faith is a prerequisite when wanting to move forward because the future has yet to transpire. So how can we have faith when there is no way of knowing what will happen as a result of taking one path or another? This is where the saboteur asks the wrong "what if" questions. On the surface, it seems logical, but if we look deeper, we can see a pattern of faith is the only guarantee we have of finding long-lasting happiness. Faith is not something we talk about in relation to religion here, but it does have its basis in belief. Namely, a belief in the idea that anything is possible. The caveat here is that taking one step at a time towards your dreams can be viewed from the perspective of being in tune with a higher instance of intuition than your conscious mind can access. Access to a higher wisdom requires slowing down your breathing and quieting the mind. We generate alpha and theta brain bubbles to resonate at a frequency that matches the vibe of indices you want to connect to. This means that when sending out a thought form, it can message the right frequencies that give it the structures of resonance to connect with its counterparts. In layman's terms, it becomes a vibrational match for the quest ions we push out to the receiver. Hence, asking questions that get us answers that resonate with possibility indices is much more productive than making statements that close us off to our higher wisdom. Simply put, we become a match to the vibration of that which we seek. I think, therefore I am. The implications of this idea leaves no doubt as to the truth of, if you think you can or can't, you're right. The anything is possible genre of questions can get you much farther into them their hills. if you're willing to ask a great big what if.